I'm going to tell you a story this morning about that time I saw a Bigfoot. This is a true story. This is absolutely no joke whatsoever. I saw a Bigfoot. Total swear to it testimony. Swear on my salvation that morning when I left out that morning going down to my house, going to work. It was a cold morning. It was about the year 2000, somewhere around there. Anyway, cold morning. And I headed out to work. I was in Dallas, Georgia. This road was off of Mount Olivet Road in Dallas, Georgia. I lived off of Willow Springs at the time. And I remember I went out that morning to feed the horses, and it was so cold that morning. And anyway, you could just see steam coming off the horses. And when I went to work, I went down this little road, and there's a lake, on both sides of the road. Y'all have been down roads like that. It's like the road's almost like a bridge. It goes through the middle of a lake, and there's a lake on both sides. And the lake to the left, it's a big lake, about 150 to 250 yards away. There was a Jon Boat on the other side of the lake, and there was this huge thing in that Jon Boat fishing. And it had a rod and reel, and it looked like something like a Zebco 2020, something like that. I mean, it could have been open-faced. It was so far away I couldn't tell. But it was, not a big, huge catfish rod, but just a normal rod. And this thing fishing in that fishing boat was total brown fur all over it, about 7-8 foot tall in that boat, holding that fishing rod fishing. Man, I slammed on the brakes, and I looked at it again, and I said, there ain't no way I'm just seeing a Bigfoot fishing in this boat. And let me tell you what, there was a Bigfoot fishing in that boat. I'm not joking, man. It was a Bigfoot. It was about 150 yards away, maybe 200 yards away, and this thing had a fishing pole, and it was out fishing. It was reeling it in. It was casting it again. I rolled down my window. I looked at it real good. And I took my glasses off, rubbed my eyes, looked at it again, over my glasses, under my glasses. Am I seeing what I think I'm seeing? Have I lost my mind? Am I still asleep? What's going on? Because there was a Bigfoot fishing in that fishing boat. I'm telling you, it was a Bigfoot. There's no question in my mind. If I had to testify in court, and at the time I was pastoring the church, and if I had to testify in court, I would have testified in court. There's a Bigfoot fishing in that fishing boat, in that Jon Boat right down there on that lake. I wasn't going to tell nobody, and I ain't really told nobody in all these years. I ain't told hardly anybody about this, because there ain't really a whole lot of Bigfoots around fishing around Dallas, Georgia, from what I understand. And I ain't never heard of one fishing in a boat. I heard they were human-like, but able to operate a boat, able to operate a fishing rod. It's a little far-fetched for a Bigfoot to do that. So anyway, about that time, the Bigfoot looked at me and boasted his hands like, "Hey, man, what are you looking at?" And I just looked at it, I was like, seriously, I was scared. I'm a big guy, man, but I was absolutely terrified of this thing, even though it was that far away. So it stood up, put its fishing pole down, looked at me for a minute, its stance was like, "What are you looking at?" Reached back there and cranked that boat motor, grabbed the tiller and started heading my way. Man, by this time I pulled my dually. I had a Chevy 1-ton, 4-door. I pulled it into drive. I started power braking it. Not squealing tires, but I had it just ready to go, that I was going to go in just a second. Had my finger on that the button on the window, going to roll it up real fast, and it just kept coming at me. And I was going to drive. I was thinking, should I drive off? Should I drive off right now? How fast can that thing go? Can it jump all the way out of the boat? Can it come get me and pull me out of my window? What can it do? I don't know the capabilities of a Bigfoot. I don't know anything about them. Are they aggressive? Is it not aggressive? It's coming at me. What do I do here? So anyway, I just sat there and watched for a little bit. I didn't have a gun in the vehicle. I wish I would have had a gun in the vehicle. If I would have had a gun in the vehicle, this would have been a whole different story we had today. Anyway, the thing kept coming at me. It kept coming at me. It got about 35 yards away from me, 25 yards away from me. I was like looking at it a little closer. Things were starting to come a little clearer. Come to find out, this was about a 7-foot tall dude with one of those Fargo Russian hats, you know, with the flaps, big brown hat. Had a big beard, big hair, big brown furry looking jacket, a pair of big brown gloves, and a pair of brown pants. And he was fishing out there bundled all up. And he seriously was about 7 foot tall, no joke, huge guy in that Jon Boat. And as he come closer to me, he was looking at me like, "What is your problem, mister?" And I mean, I was just like, "Hey man, sorry, sorry." And I drove off and man, I mean, I don't know if you can tell by looking at me now, I'm embarrassed now for it. I was really embarrassed then. But anyway, long story short, people are telling you they seen a Bigfoot. They probably seen something. They might have seen a Bigfoot. They might have seen something else, but they believe they saw a Bigfoot. I believed I saw a Bigfoot. I really did. And I don't believe in any of that kind of stuff usually. But I really believed I saw a Bigfoot that day. Well, I made this video a few years back, but it's still a good one. That one about scared me to death that day. But anyway, I wanted to share that with you again. We put it out when we had about probably 40 or maybe less than 100 people on our YouTube channel. So anyway, y'all have a great day. We got more videos coming out. There's going to be stories, different things we're telling. Anyway, hope y'all enjoy it. Have a great day. Bye.